Hey, it's John,
And I'm Ted.
and we suck at video games
Most of the time.
some of the time. We're starting to prove that we don't actually, and I'm gonna be really confused
So am I.
because I was crushing it on Dark Souls yesterday.
I was shocked you beat the Taurus Demon on first
I have
try.
no idea what happened.
Pleasantly surprised, but also shocked.
I have no idea what happened. That being said, it was fun.
I'm happy you even gave it a try.
I'm enjoying it. That being said, it is going to be the game that when you're like, all right, time to record Dark Souls,
You're
I'm
gonna
just
be
gonna be
dreading.
like, oh
Yeah.
crap balls. But it went well. It went well. I was really surprised at how well it had gone,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm starting to doubt the name of the show.
I'd like to use this
I mean, that being said, we're
device
still on the
to determine
easiest
whether the
difficulty for
power
this
of a
game,
crest
so.
resides
Oh my
in
god,
you.
Hubert.
Like,
Hanneman.
Can you
whatever his
imagine?
name is.
Promise.
Igor,
Igor.
You don't
You-
know
like-
about crests.
if we do live streams, we can just do the hardest difficulty and prove, without a shadow of a doubt, we suck at games.
That's true.
Is your calendar clear?
Live streaming would be fun, I think.
Imagine when Lunatic comes out. I don't think Lunatic has been released yet.
But before
On an
one
update for this
dives
game.
deeply into said topic,
Can you imagine
one
playing
must
on
first
Lunatic?
understand
We
No,
would.
we'd-
It'd be game over from the fucking beginning.
We would have to play on casual.
said to have been
Yeah.
bestowed upon humans
If we
And
were
even
playing-
then, we probably still wouldn't beat a lot of the missions.
We would be
They
struggling,
exist
yes.
within the flesh.
But it's
They are
fine,
passed
whatever.
down through bloodlines.
This is by
Those who
far
carry
one of my.
crests
Don't get me
in
wrong. I
sword
love
magic
the fact that he's
display
voiced by the guy who
exceptional
voices
strength
Igor.
or
Hey,
any
it's us.
number of wounds.
But
Each crest has its
this
own
is by far
power,
one of the
the
least
nature of
interesting
which is
characters
beyond
in this
mortal
game to me.
understanding.
I like him, and I like his backstory, because the reason he started researching this stuff was interesting.
I
He was
suspect-
already interested in it,
Yes,
but he
we won't
actually
know for
hates
sure unless I look
the
into
system
the
of
matter.
crests being so
As I
important.
said,
Yeah.
crests are
Because
passed
A
down
lot of the
happened to his
characters
sister.
do.
Yeah,
I mean,
However,
Edelgard
just because
literally.
someone carries a
her life
crest
was thrown
does
into
not
ruins because of it.
necessarily mean their
Yeah, and she
descendants
literally
will
started a
inherit it
war
as well.
To
Only a scarce
take away
few
crests and
descendants of
nobility.
crests
I don't
will
understand how
end
that
up
works
inheriting
even,
that
because
crest's power.
they killed Saros,
One of
not
your ancestors bore a
the progenitor
crest,
god from
and
which
you just
all the other
happened to inherit
bloodlines,
it.
because
is
that
how
was
a crest
Saros'
usually
siblings
presents itself,
that
after
created the
all.
crests and stuff. But
Yeah.
so killing her shouldn't have gotten rid of anything but her own crest.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing about Rhea
Yes,
is that
of course. I'll get to the
I
bottom of
I
it
thoroughly
straight away.
believe that the Church of Saros
Now then, please go
created
ahead
the
and hold
fact
out
that
your arm
crests
over
are
this
important.
device here.
Yes, that is I believe that is confirmed in either the church root or the
What
Golden
is
Deer.
this?
Yeah.
I think it's in the Golden Deer because they explain how they were created. It wasn't the church that created them.
Possible, and as your
But she
undiscovered
used it to
crest
her
has been
advantage.
detected,
Yeah.
To think there
But
are
yeah,
still
so,
crests out there that
I should
even
reinforce
I
that there
am
will be
unaware
spoilers because
of.
we both have beaten the
How
game.
thrilling.
Yeah,
You
we
should
both-
know this already by now, though, but
Yeah.
just to be safe.
Pardon my
In case there's any newbies,
articulation.
don't get mad at us.
Have much
We
to
said
consider.
in episode
You
1 that we're gonna
2
be
and
fucking
3.
spoilers.
I have more research to do in regard
2,
to
3,
this
and this one.
Now 4, yeah.
So
Yeah,
very much more
But
research. But for now, your
I have-
year is done. Hmm.
I have a lot of
This
problems with
line
certain
here
characters
would
in this
indicate.
game.
Yeah.
Perhaps it
Rhea,
represents
for
a lack
instance,
of
I absolutely
symmetry.
despise, but we've talked about that ad
Perhaps.
nauseum.
What
Um,
in the world?
Hanneman I was never
Oh,
super
I
fond of
see.
just because,
It
and
may
I
be different
like
to
his
that,
story.
but to
I really
avoid
do.
His
I
character
enjoy his
design's
story a
also
lot.
good.
His character design's also really good. He had the worst growth in my
Oh, in your
playthrough.
playthrough?
He was absolutely useless. To the point where I had him as an adjutant for most of the game.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't growing.
With each moon, professors of the off it notes that pay careful.
Go away, Ray. I don't like you. Now, so, for instance, if this was a New Game Plus, so little spoilers for New Game Plus, there's an extra little space here in your room where you can essentially cheese the game
Yep.
using Renown, which is a system that allows you to increase the growth of certain stats, this, that, and the other thing. But in this game, literally getting Renown allows you to break the game at level 1. Like, for instance, like your professor level is very important, and
You can, if you have the renown, you can buy all your way all the way up to what your highest point was in
Yeah.
your previous playthrough. So
so theoretically
you can start the game with 10 activity points.
per day.
I think 7, or is it 8 teaching points,
I think
and
it's 8.
3 battles.
Yeah.
Avoid improper conduct. I expect you to set a good example for the students.
I love his voice actor, if only because of the fact that he willingly voiced a bunch of memes.
Yeah. Oh, that voice actor, like, I'm not a super big fan of the character itself, but that voice actor is fucking precious, and I love him.
I care nothing.
Oh, I'm starting to get a headache.
If you have no
We've been staring at the screen for, like, hours at this point. Guys, for reals. So I apologize if I have to step away really quick to get some ibuprofen. Acetaminophen. Sorry, that's I know we're not supposed to be referencing other YouTubers, but I love this joke. So
I actually didn't get the joke, so
Yeah.
explain it.
well, I'll explain it. So Cox and Crendor, Jesse Cox and Crendor on YouTube have a podcast where they just shoot the shit, have a good time, and at the end of it they do some other stuff. But there was one time where they were talking about the active, I think it was the active ingredient in Tylenol, is they were talking about the active ingredient in like common pain medicine, and they couldn't say acetaminophen. Like, they were reading it and they were like, why is this called acetaminophen? Acetaminophen. What's acetaminophen? I don't know what acetaminophen is. And I was literally sitting there the entire time going, guys, it's just acetaminophen.
Yeah.
Like, you're literally just reading it wrong.
So, I know I want to recruit Lysithea.
Because you love her.
Oh, she's a living tactical nuke, man.
Also because you love her.
Her and Hilda are great. Hilda you can recruit in this. You cannot recruit her until chapter 12, I believe, in the Black Eagles playthrough, and only if you side with the church.
Yeah. The other thing for our watchers who haven't played this game yet, do every quest. Do every quest if you can, because it gives you renown, which gives you bonuses. Like,
Yes.
it's so important to get as much renown as you can.
So, Lysithea, I believe, is magic and faith. I don't think it's reason. It might be reason.
Who?
To
Lysithea?
recruit Lysithea, yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, Professor, have you adjusted to life?
We're probably also
Me?
gonna,
I'm still not-
and this is just so we can kind of cheese the game without like making you guys literally wait hours and hours and hours. We're probably gonna do an episode where we're gonna speed up the footage of us just level grinding so we can recruit people. So the way you recruit people is you increase certain stats and you increase certain proficiencies with weapons.
Or your support, because if you have beast support, they'll usually just ask to join you.
That too.
So throwing flowers at people works really well.
Yeah.
And tea time.
Tea time.
It can usually be used better to restore motivation for
Bernie.
students. What does she need again?
She
Bow and strength,
I think it's bow and strength, yeah. She's the cutest though, and she immediately runs away from you.
And if we recruit her, we won't need to kill her.
I would appreciate that because she's
Okay.
my favorite.
She reminds you of your girlfriend?
She really does. She's got like
If you got spare time, wanna
she's got the tired eyes and she's got the short cropped hair.
I forgot that if we weren't playing Blue Lions, he would have joined us pretty dang early.
Why?
Because he would ask to join you if you're playing as the female Byleth character.
Really?
He will automatically join you.
That is
Once
so funny.
Yeah, he will automatically join you. It's great.
That is hysterical.
Otherwise, I think you need reason, and I don't know what his other stat you need. What the stat you need is.
I thought it
you
was
need reason.
strength and lance.
No. I think his is weird like that. Like, 'cause I
Oh,
know he
go.
needed reason.
Have you talked to Dedua yet?
Where is he?
Um,
I'm not actually paying
because
attention to anything.
The reason I ask is because he has a quest, and you could literally just like
Yeah.
do the gardening stuff.
And I can't fast travel though, so
Where is he at?
dormitories. Okay.
And I think he's at the very back.
Professor?
But like 2 of the things you gotta do is gardening and fishing,
Of course.
and that's something I learned late.
Here there will be a mock
That
battle.
like you got to do that every time you
must not
explore. You
neglect
got to
Yes.
use
I
every
trust that you will carefully
every
study
bait
these
you have. You
lessons
have to
teach
use
students,
every seed
regardless
you
of as this
can,
is your both
because
for
it's
example, I encourage you
it's
to-
free
they are
professor
there
levels.
if you fulfill the
And
role.
because
It's helpful.
gardening will also can
Professors
also
at
give
the
you
students'
can give you gift items, stat boosters, and
His
stuff
Highness
to
has
make
said that
food
he
with.
trusts you,
Exactly, and
I have
food
no
is
cause
so
for doubt.
important
But if you mistreat him,
because so they have a
request.
like a what is it called, motivation?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a motivation system built in. So when you're teaching students, you use that motivation to like increase their stats, and if they're at 0 motivation, they can't learn anything from you.
Yeah.
So like it's detrimental to not have those stats. And like the best way to keep their stats high, and the easiest way to keep their stats high, is to just
My thanks.
throw food in their face.
Yep. Gift giving will also do this. So strategic gift giving and returning of lost items. I like to imagine Byleth is basically kind of looks like Santa. Well, Snake. Actually, I apologize. It's kind of like
Solid Snake. Sorry. Oh my god, look at the waveform for the snake voice.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
I like to think like Byleth has like a giant Santa Claus sack.
Yeah.
Well, Snake. It's a giant Santa Claus sack, and whenever they talk to a student, they check and see how motivated they are, and if they're completely happy and satisfied.
There are some items in the back of the greenhouse. I saw a blue sparkle. Yeah, I see it. There it is.
Ah. Thank you. That'll come in useful. But I like to think that
Add to Santa sack.
yeah,
Mixed fruit seeds.
but I like to think that the Santa sack is basically they'll talk to students, and if the students aren't in their house, because I think you can give it to them to increase supports if they're not in your house, or
Mhm.
otherwise they won't generate lost items. But if you see the lost items,
Oh, and follow the owls.
yeah,
That's another trick, because the owl feather is such a good item.
yeah, I like to think that if the students seem happy and motivated, the item that they had pulled out to give the student immediately goes back in the bag, and we're like, okay, later.
Yeah.
You're too motivated. I don't need to give you this right now.
Yeah. Well, and then there's tea time, which, like, it uses one of your precious, like, time points for the day.
Yeah.
But, like, it increases the bond with somebody so long as you do it right by such a huge margin.
I look forward to beating you.
Yeah. If you have at least 2 and then get the final thing and like the 4th little phase thing, you'll get a perfect tea time, I
Yeah.
think. So 3 out of 4.
I have had many great learnings from many. I am hopeful to have.
I love Petra, too.
She's nice.
Hello there, Professor.
She reminds me
Well, I call
of
you that, but I am afraid
the
I am
Teen
not a
Titans
student here
rendition
myself.
of, like, the show, the original Teen Titans show rendition of
Opportunity
Starfire.
arise,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I would
she
love
does
to
not
be a
have a
student
perfect
and be
grasp
the
of the
monastery
language,
is kind
but,
enough
like,
to provide a
she
sanctuary for
she
the
always
mother
gets
and
the
wife.
point across,
Yeah.
It's the only family I have.
which is I enjoy that
Might
kind
you
of
help me with a favor?
character. It's an interesting choice. Excuse me. We should probably. Have you eaten yet?
I have not eaten.
We should probably get food on our next recording break. Get that fish. Get that fish. Get that fish.
It wouldn't be a proper JRPG without a fishing minigame.
I love the fishing minigame in this game specifically because I am great at rhythm games.
Your stomach.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really hope the microphone isn't picking up the sounds my stomach is making right now.
You helped me so much.
But
That was fantastic.
I love the fishing game in this game specifically because I love rhythm games. I'm really good at rhythm games. I'm not good at Guitar Hero because that's too many buttons, but I'm great at rhythm games. And I really enjoy like the act of like getting like a rhythm going. Oh, we need to. Do you have your amiibo with you?
But I don't know if it'll work through the. Actually, wait. I think there's a thing on this.
Yeah, it works directly on the right thumbstick.
Yeah. Once you use an amiibo, you don't need to use it again.
Yeah. I just peeked the mic with a tongue click by accident.
Huh.
Sorry, guys. Did not mean to do that. It's on the right thumbstick.
Oh, that's right. Terp.
There we go.
My apologies.
Items can now appear in the Amiibo. So, the reason you do that, and like, if you don't have
It's
the
not
perfect
much,
Amiibo, it's fine. Because it doesn't give you a lot. It just gives you free drop items.
And if you have a Fire Emblem amiibo, it unlocks a soundtrack to be used in free battles, I believe.
Yeah. So, like, it's not... It doesn't give you, like, a bunch of game-breaking stuff, but, like, it gives you a bunch of stuff that can
early
help.
game, I've gotten a bunch of elixirs from here.
Ooh.
I got, like, on my first playthrough, I got, like, 7 elixirs total from this area over the course of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Which is ridiculous, because one of them was, like, first 10 chapters.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you get the goddesses, I don't know what it's called, like Temple or something, in New Game Plus, which is an area with even better items, including equipment and
Where is
stat
that?
boosters. It's right here at the Amiibo Gazebo, it's right under the Scan Amiibo option.
Oh, so it's like the Goddess Temple, you go to that one
Yeah.
instead? Okay. I'll have to do that when we load up my regular game.
I wonder what
Marianne.
Marianne's stat requirements are.
Marianne's stat requirements?
Yeah,
I
can't
think it was
remember.
faith and land? No.
It's one weapon or skill proficiency, and then one stat
Oh my God.
total.
Stomach, calm
I'm gonna
down.
go talk to Lysithea just because I want to.
I love that character though, like design wise, because a lot of anime characters have those perfect anime eyes, and then there's characters like Bernadetta who looks like she's upset, and Marianne who looks like she hasn't slept in, I don't know, 4 days,
Yeah.
and like it's just unique, and I always really like that design choice. Hi, Lysithea.
Hi,
Her-
Professor.
I'm kind of annoyed that they changed her last name from Von Cordelia to Von Ordelia just because they didn't want another Cordelia thing.
I
Because it
mean,
ruins the King Lear references.
It
and the
does.
Golden Deer. It
I
doesn't
can
ruin it
see
too
why
much.
they do it though, because like it feels like every Fire Emblem game has a Cordelia.
I only think there's been one. And then there was the one that looked identical to her in Fates, which was stupid.
Yeah. That was a weird decision. Like, cause like who was
All of
the
the-
Tharja clone?
Rajat.
Rajat,
Or something.
who was
weird.
literally like the exact same character as
She
Tharja.
wasn't actually as bad in terms of personality. She wasn't as
sinister?
No, yeah.
Or,
I mean, she
you
was
know,
there, but she wasn't.
I'm gonna cut off your finger and shove it up my nose because that's where I get
Yeah.
off. Like, that's what
That's a-
Tharja was like a little bit.
That's a bit extreme, but yeah, she was kind of.
She wasn't. Yeah, I will say she wasn't that crazy, but like, she was still pretty bad.
I can't fast travel yet.
No, you gotta run.
I hate that.
Hurry up!
I'm sorry.
What are you
I
doing?
can't remember.
You
I
just
can't go
went
that
through
way.
that door. If you're going to the second floor, you gotta go the other way. Yeah, so turn left.
I'm so used to
Turn left. Left. Straight.
this way.
Yeah. See that little
Okay.
ladder icon?
I'm not
Okay,
even looking at
show
the
him the
map.
giant map. Show him the giant map. Bam!
God, that's so disorienting, though.
Look at how fucking huge it is. I use that most of the game. Just because, like...
And then we'll have lunch with someone and call it in the game. I mean, and then call it a day.
And then we'll go get lunch.
I want to talk to Dad.
'Cause I'm starving.
I like a Gerald.
Gerald's maybe, like, my favorite character. Because he's such a legitimately good...
Someone,
person.
I told you about the data mining someone did, and they got like Gerald into a tea time, and he has a unique dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's with the English voice actors, so they must have taken that into account or something.
Yeah.
But it was
oh my
interesting. It's like, bet you didn't think I was a tea kind of guy, did you? Or something like that.
God. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
I like Eloise a lot more.
Captain Gerald has
He
hardly
is. I
changed
love
in
how he's
20
just
years.
dad jokes.
I've
He is-
seen at least
he is Fire Emblem's excuse to make a dad character not like be stoic all the time.
Yes.
Like I think somebody
He's kind
at
of like the zany uncle.
yeah, I think somebody at the
And I
Fire
love it.
Emblem team was like, guys, like we
Let's see
have
what
all
Manuel
these
has to say.
stoic dads,
Oh,
but we
yeah.
don't have any like modern dads.
Yeah.
And like they were just like, let's make a modern
They're
dad.
not giving you any time to settle in,
She
are
is
they?
so weird.
Well, no need to worry. If you
I love
prefer,
one of the
I am more
rando
than
priests
capable of
things about him
healing
when you get
You'll
have
not
that weird
even have a
like
scar.
shock thing.
Yeah.
Just talking to her made her happy. Holy crap.
It's
By the
so
way,
weird.
as a male protagonist, she will say, "Lock the door."
Yeah. She's such a weird character. That being said, like I love Manuela. She's very fun. She's very silly. She's a weird character though.
I feel like she'd be a good drinking buddy.
Yeah.
It's-
That's one of her supports.
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily you drinking with her, but you finding her, like, hung the fuck over. I like this game. This is a good game.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go get some lunch
In the game.
with one of our children.
Yes.
One of our children? That was a bad choice of words. That was a bad choice of words. Ted and I have babies. We've had a couple of babies. We didn't
John,
steal
when
them.
was this? You didn't tell me.
Jesus Christ, my stomach.
I know.
I'm so angry right now.
It's so
It's
funny.
like, oh no.
Oh, I could give those two, or I could just go. Oh man, I want. Okay, so I can only feed two.
This raises supports too, right?
Yeah, but there are only a couple students I have that I can do, and I only want to use mine right now because that'll help them.
Get
But-
the
Yeah, but I also don't have anything I can give to like, you know,
other boys.
like who I want to train. But so I guess I'll focus on these two for now, 'cause that's for free.
Yeah. God, I always forget that like you only have
Today's
one
dish was
point this
so
early on.
good.
Yeah, because I'm used to
But
having
not as good
like
as your homemade
10
sweets, Mercy.
You know what would have been really funny
Yeah.
is if instead of playing
Maybe I'll
on a
get
completely
some
new
for you.
game.
on a completely new game, if we had just loaded like a new save file, a new game plus file on one
Oh,
of
yeah.
ours, and we would have just been like, guys, honestly, this is not what it's like. Hey, we got to E plus, so now we have 2 points.
Yay!
Nice.
Did you ever find a way to cheese professor levels?
Not really.
Because I think late game I only got to A.
I got to the highest you can get,
Yeah.
and I think we'll call it here though.
All right. Well, thanks
Thanks,
everybody
Savion.
for joining us. We will see you next
Next
time.
time.
We're gonna go get lunch. Woo!